Australia, look at this, I'm bringing it back home, baby.
He's got good skills, but good is not enough. You can be great.
What a fight. What a fight.
Fight fans, welcome back to Luxurytainment. This weekend sees the UFC head to Abu Dhabi for what promises to be one of the biggest events of 2022. In this video, we'll look at the predicted outcomes for UFC 280, Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. To say this is a huge UFC lightweight title fight is an understatement. Not only does it pit the two consensus top 155 pounders in the world against one another, it's probably the closest thing we're going to get right now to a fight between Charles Oliveira and legendary former champion Khabib, the mentor of Islam Makhachev. Realistically, Oliveira should still be the title holder right now. He was stripped of the title after missing weight in controversial fashion for his defense against Justin Gaethje earlier this year, but then went on to produce a classic showing, knocking the highlight Justin Gaethje down and choking him out inside a round. Charles Oliveira is a unique case in that right now he's arguably the best offensive fighter in the entire UFC. Not only does he possess the most venomous submission game ever seen in the octagon with a ludicrous 16 tap-outs to his name, but he now carries brutal knockout power too. However, Oliveira has been beaten before, on 8 occasions in fact, and he's also been stopped on numerous occasions. More to the point, he hasn't fought a wrestler the caliber of Islam Makhachev in a long time. The big question mark on Makhachev is his ability to defeat a true elite level opponent. Despite dismantling solid fighters like Drew Dober, Dan Hooker and Bobby Green, he hasn't really beaten one of the lightweight division's top-ranked stars. The same cannot be said for Oliveira, who has dispatched 3 former title holders in Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier and Tony Ferguson, as well as former Bellator MMA champ Michael Chandler. With that said, though, Islam Makhachev hasn't just beaten his last 10 foes, he's made it look easy. Like his mentor Khabib, the Dagestani possesses supreme wrestling skills and seems to be able to plant any opponent on the ground. Once he's got them down, he either pounds them into dust or works to secure a submission, usually favoring chokes or attacks to the arm. Islam Makhachev can strike and does hold knockout power, as we saw when he beat Gleison Tibau by knockout in 2018, but given that he'll be giving up 4 inches of reach to Oliveira in this fight, striking with him may not be the best idea. The issue for Islam Makhachev then is that if he takes Charles Oliveira down, he'll be heading into the Brazilian's wheelhouse. Can Islam Makhachev's strong top game work on a submission artist as skilled as Oliveira? That's the million-dollar question.
70-some% are taking Charles Oliveira over Islam. Now, I find that interesting because the odds makers had this at a 3-1. At one point, it extended to 3.5-1. I, on a personal note, didn't want to see this fight. And then I saw Charles versus Gaethje. I go, oh my goodness, this guy's even better than I thought he was. And now all of a sudden I'm interested. But you guys are saying over 70%. And sure, it was just Chael's YouTube. I get it. But that 3-1 that moved to 3.5-1 is damn near even money. It's -140 to +170. I have never seen a fight where a community, right, from the people that are putting their money on this, bettors, handicappers, willing to risk tens of millions of dollars, versus you, the fans. I've never seen where you guys are so split. They interviewed 7 guys from the locker room, 7 athletes within the 155-pound division, guys that have the right to an opinion, who have earned their right, who think about this every single day when they go to the gym, strategizing on when I'm standing across from what am I going to do. 6 of those 7 took Charles. There is no better group you can ask. I can brag about you guys in my YouTube community, and I am very proud of it. I'm proud of the numbers that we have. But if you can have 6 boys from the locker room simultaneously signed at the same division, that's who you want to listen to. It's the animal kingdom. I can put 100 tough guys in a room together. They don't ever have to touch. They don't even have to talk. 1 hour later, they will be able to tell you who their leader is. Took 7 guys from the locker room. 6 of them picked Charles in a fight that I personally didn't want to see because I knew how it was going to go. It's going to be a 25-minute ragdolling favoring Islam. How could I be so wrong? How could I be so upside down? I'm not saying Islam's going to win. I'm saying Islam's going to dominate him. Islam is going to ragdoll him. I'm even using as supporting evidence the reason that the jiu-jitsu community, which is pretty damn organized and fairly large, I mean, much bigger than the wrestling community, much bigger than the kickboxing community that doesn't even know Pierre and Adesanya are going to fight and represent them, much bigger than the karate and the Aikido and the Kung Fu community, the jiu-jitsu community. The jiu-jitsu community is yet to step forward and put it on the line that this is jiu-jitsu versus sambo. They're not doing it because they're not sure they're going to win. Believe me, on Monday morning, if they do win, they will come out in droves and they'll be trying to sign people up and doing flyers and putting out special promotions for the gym. Believe it, but they're not risking it ahead of time. Which is a massive indicator for me that they don't believe in their guy. Which would lead me to believe that the 3-1 is going to go to 3.5-1, and the poll that I'm going to do is going to be 80-20 in favor of Islam. That's not what happened. It's really, really quite compelling. I mean, right, they set that octagon up in 1993. And there is only one thing that held true then and holds true today. There is only one thing that through the test of time is still an absolute, which is if you get on top of a guy and you stay there, you win. It is the only thing. Every technique is out the door. The rules are out the door. The wrapping of the hands, the weight classes, the glove, the rounds, the system, everything has changed. One absolute remains to this day. If you take a guy down against his will and you keep him there, you're going to win the fight.
Overall, this fight is nearly impossible to pick, as it could definitely go either way. Many of my friends have mentioned to me that they see Oliveira winning via submission, as he is the fighter who has been knocking off elite level fighters for the best part of the 3 years now. However, I have this feeling that Islam Makhachev will win. So guys, who do you think would win? Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and have a great day.
we go again.